All right, it's time. It's time to talk about our experience with Hurricane Ian. We are almost 3 weeks out, and I have been sharing a lot on my social media about kind of what we experienced down here. And my main goal is to really navigate what is going to happen in the real estate market, as well as, what to expect, what people should expect, what we are experiencing down here in our community. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about our experience, and I'll probably make a couple videos about different things that we are seeing down here. So let's talk about probably one of the hugest storms that has hit Southwest Florida in, I think like 16 or 17 years probably. Let's go.
A treacherous night ahead for Florida as darkness begins to fall and Hurricane Ian continues its catastrophic rampage. The Category 4 storm moving at an excruciatingly slow pace, only 8 miles per hour forward progress, not much faster than a person going for a jog. More than 1 million Floridians have no power right now. Hurricane Ian made landfall, tied as the 5th most powerful storm ever to hit the United States. A Category 4 hurricane, maximum sustained winds 150 miles an hour, just shy of a Cat 5. The center of the storm struck Cayo Costa, a barrier island west of Fort Myers and Cape Coral in Lee County.
All right, so we decided to stay. It became a natural emergency, a disaster emergency zone, I guess. Probably, I think like the Wednesday or the Friday prior to Ian coming in. Originally, it was supposed to hit the Tampa Bay area. We have been through Ian before. We actually left for Ian, and it didn't end up hitting our area as bad as we thought it would. So we decided that it would be best for us to stay and ride out the storm, especially because it was going to hit the Tampa area. So we're about an hour and 45 minutes south of Tampa. So we thought we would be just fine. It was a lot of work to leave and try to navigate traffic. Lack of gas, trying to find a place to stay, all of those things back in 2017 with Hurricane Irma. So for us, it made more sense to not have to pack up a family of 4, which that's something that has changed since then, because at that time it was just my husband, my dog, and I. But now we have 2 little ones, 2 and 4 years old, so it made more sense for us to stay. We decided to stay. The track quickly changed on Tuesday. I didn't even know until a friend of mine text message. So we decided to get prepared, because at that point we weren't going to leave. So we got everything we needed to be here and be prepared for the storm. All of the different kind of alcohols that we like to drink. No, just kidding. We did have that too, but lots of other things, batteries, lanterns, generator was huge, obviously. Lots of candles. We got canned foods because we didn't know what to expect afterwards. And so we just felt very prepared, and we're like, let's go in and let's just see what Ian has to offer. All right, good morning. It's still morning. It's about 10:15, although it feels like it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I just thought I would give you a little update. The wind has really picked up. We still expect to have Hurricane Ian hitting us this afternoon. As you can see right behind me, the pool is super full, and behind me also is the canal. I guess there have been some spots very locally where the water has been pulled out, kind of tsunami style. So we'll see what happens here. It's full, it's moving, but right now this is the strength. So I'll keep you posted. So I was actually certain that we would wake up Tuesday night going into Wednesday morning when Ian was supposed to hit, and have another shift so that it just wouldn't even end up hitting us Wednesday morning. But I was surely mistaken on that. It still was projected, the eye was projected to just go right over us. So it was what it was. We woke up super early the next morning. We stayed over at my mom's house in South Gulf Cove, which is kind of right across the road from us. She has hurricane impact doors, windows, and we just felt like that would be the safest place for us to be. Our house does not have hurricane impact windows. However, we did come to find out that our house was a beast and stood up very well. We have a metal roof. My mom has a metal roof as well, did not get touched. There were many houses that had shingle roofs. And if we could be the poster child for a metal roof, then that's probably what we are right now, because every house, if you drive down the road and you look and see shingles are missing off of shingle roofs, metal roofs seem to be pretty untouched. So a metal roof is a great idea. Storm came in, kind of started hitting hard around 12 o'clock p.m., I would say, on Wednesday. I think that's right when we lost electricity. Probably an hour or two after that, we lost service, which made it very difficult to keep our updates on the wind strength and what was happening. I would say that we were projected to get that eye right over us probably around 4 or 5 o'clock. It shifted and we didn't get the eye. Now, the eye of the hurricane would have been something that would have offered us a little bit of relief throughout the crazy storm. But it didn't end up hitting us. So it was like 8 hours of very, very strong winds down here. So that's really what we experienced. All right, well, this is a little afternoon update. I'm just watching this so I can see exactly where it is. But I'm gonna take you out here. It's kind of just sprinkling right now. Well, a little bit more than that, I guess. But this is where we're at with the wind. There is a boat cover out there that is not surviving, and it is very loud. I think we're just about like 56 miles per hour with the wind, and then what's supposed to happen at like 4 is that eye is supposed to roll through, and then it will get really calm at like 4 miles per hour, and then after that it's supposed to be like 108, and we might have just lost electricity. Well, maybe it's gonna flicker back on. So that's where we're at. That's our update. So come about, I don't know, 6 o'clock, I think was when the winds were the strongest. I think that somebody clocked in South Gulf Cove, which is where we were staying with my mom right across the street, like winds at like 165 or something like that, something crazy. So we definitely had very strong winds rolling through, and you know, as I'm talking about this, I want to show you some of the footage that I took, because I was very adamant about getting outside so that I could share with everyone what was going on with Ian while being safe at the same time. I did a pretty good job, I would say. We turned out to be very, very lucky. We had minor damage. We had like soffits missing, lots of tree damage all over. Got a little bit of water in our house, but you know, we have insurance claims that are going to hopefully help to cover any sort of damage that created. So now we move on to the recovery period. Okay, wanted you to see what's going on out here. So I think that the wind is about 80 miles per hour now, and I just kind of showed what will happen when that eye rolls through. It's going to slow down to like 13 miles per hour, and that's supposed to happen at 4 o'clock. So it is windy out here. It's very windy, and it keeps on kind of rolling in and out. We did just lose power, which really sucks, but it kind of keeps flickering on, so maybe it'll get turned back on. I don't know. Anyway. I think we're going to try out to be weather people. Okay, I'm not going to stay out here for long because this is really crazy, but I just wanted to show you what's going on. We're probably at about 100 mile per hour winds, and then like I said, the eye is going to roll through here real soon. It's probably dangerous, so I'm going to stay inside, but update. So driving around the next day after the storm was very interesting, because it was just like everybody just went outside and started just picking up their stuff. The recovery period, will be 3 weeks on Wednesday out from the storm, and there has been a lot that has been done already. We were out of power for 9 days. I would say that was probably one of the most difficult parts of this. Just waking up in the morning. I mean, we had generators, but the weather was great in terms of it was dry, but it was still very hot. So you really come to appreciate all of those like little luxuries like air conditioner. We didn't have water for 5 days, so that was something that was definitely something that we had to navigate as well. I would say that taking a hot shower for the first time, day 9, was glorious. And there are 2 things that I said that would never be the same again. And that is a hot shower after first having my babies. After having my babies, a hot shower is like a spa experience. And then after the 9 days of not having power or hot water post Ian. So that was something really special. So now we are just in the process of cleaning up. It's going to take a long time. I want to show you a bunch of footage as far as what we're seeing. We're starting to get more restaurants opening back up, which is amazing. And the amount of support that has come into our community has been amazing and life-changing. We've had FEMA, we've had places like Walmart, McDonald's, all handing out water and food to people, and I really I've never been in a position where I've had to have that kind of handouts, and it's really humbling to just be in that position and need that. And the gas stations were, they were miles long for the lines. Like Brady, my husband, had to sit in line for a good, I think it was 2.5 hours the Sunday after the storm to try to get enough gas for, to fill up our little tanks for our generator so that we could have, power going during the day to keep our refrigerators and freezers running and things like that. So that was another huge challenge that really challenges like your emotions and your resilience, I should say. But my kids were wonderful. They are stronger for it. We all are. And now we just pick up the pieces and build back as the best that we can, hopefully better than it was before. So now post Ian, we obviously are in the real estate industry, and we have to figure out what, how, where we go from here. We are still trying to figure that out. I can tell you a few things. I've seen houses that are for sale that say hurricane sale because maybe the owners did not want to do some kind of claim on it and they're just selling it as is. So there could be some great opportunities for probably cash buyers to be able to come in and build some quick equity if they're able to get the work done. The short-term rental industry is definitely something that is very hot right now. I can tell you from experience, we have a VRBO, and there was people lined up to stay in it because whether it's insurance adjusters coming in from out of town or people who, their homes are not livable enough and they need somewhere to stay. We're getting booked out for, February 2024, which means people aren't like, no, I'm never going to Florida again. It's not like that. I think that we will have a little boost in our industry, but it just might take a little while because we have to rebuild. So this was our story. This is what we went through with Ian. We are still going through it with Ian. I post about it on social media all the time because this is all you see. Like, first of all, you see things that are kind of ripped up in people's yards and the garbage on the side of the yards. People are starting to clean up and things, but it's all around you. And it's probably not going to go away for a while. We do have a lot of cleanup to do here, but the way that the community has come together has been something that makes me proud to be a Floridian and to be a part of the Southwest Florida community. So we will continue to keep you updated on everything, what's going on with the community and especially what we're seeing in the real estate industry down here. I'm excited to share those things with you. I feel positive about it. Every day it seems to get a little bit better and better with certain things. So I'll be sure to keep you updated, and just thank you for listening to our story. If you were involved or have any questions about Hurricane Ian, please make sure that you put them down in the comments. This was just kind of like a confidential recollection of what we have experienced with Ian. We're gonna continue to experience things with the wrath of Ian, so to say. So, all right, we will catch you next time, and stay tuned for more updates on what's going on down here in Southwest Florida. Thanks for joining us.